It's the Texas weather discussion video for Friday, the first day of September and the first day of meteorological fall. Good morning, I am Donovan Neal. The Labor Day weekend looks nice and pleasant and dry, as well as for most of the week ahead. And what about the tropics? Well, they're very active. Let's take a look at the water vapor satellite view across the CONUS region. At troughing in the northeastern Canada is basically it's basically aiding in pulling the remnant circulation of tropical depression Harvey, pulling that more to the northeast. We are left in drier air and also very comfortable temperatures. At 5:06 a.m., Arlington 74, DFW 64, DFW 71. But wow, even Graham's in the 50s. Wow, I knew we were gonna get 50s later this week, and of course that very well verified. Take a look at the watch warning map. We still have some flash flood watches and warnings for parts of mainly Tennessee and Kentucky. And we have some heat issues in the west and some fire danger issues in the north near Montana. And down here we have an air quality alert for today. So, where high amounts of ozone is likely. High amounts of ozone is probably likely. The convective outlooks for today, we have the standard slight risk mainly for parts of the Carolinas, but also includes parts of a small chunk of Kentucky and Tennessee, where they could still see the risk for a few isolated tornadoes, with the remnant circulation of Tropical Depression Harvey. And on day 2, we have a marginal risk for parts of the East Coast, same thing. And on day 3, we have risk for thunderstorms for most parts of the South, but no organized severe weather is expected. Take a look at the rainfall amounts for the next 7 days, and of course the amounts have come down. This is valid through Friday morning of next week, and here's the rainfall output directly from Tropical Depression Harvey, and basically you can see that Tropical Storm Harvey is no more. Goodbye and good riddance to that storm. Rain is clearly almost non-existent with this, and we're just all waiting for this to just completely go away. But anyway, out in the Atlantic, here's now major hurricane. Here's major hurricane Irma. That's major hurricane Irma. This is an animation of this. And this is actually gaining latitude a little bit. Maximum sustained winds are at 115 miles an hour. It's basically slowed down in terms of intensification. And the track from the National Hurricane Center shows this losing latitude and then gaining a little bit of latitude from this by Tuesday. And this is actually expected to stay a major hurricane throughout this week. Throughout next week, actually, most models show this gaining latitude as well. The GFS also shows this gaining latitude, and it still remains unknown whether this will affect the East Coast or recurve into the Atlantic, because there will be a trough near northeast Canada that may help aid in pushing this back into the Atlantic. But I sure hope that does verify. But the intensity guidance, some models bring this to a Category 4 hurricane. Some models bring this to a Category 4 hurricane during the next 5 days. So we're just going to have to keep a very close eye on this. And here's the official 5-day outlook, and there's another wave emerging from the African coast that the NHC gives a 50-50 chance of developing during the next 5 days. And this is too early to tell whether or not this will develop during the next 2 days, but if this becomes a tropical storm, its name will most likely be Jose. So here we go with the dailies here. The GFS, this is the 06Z run, valid today at 1 o'clock at 500 millibars. Look at that high amplitude trough and near the New England area. Wow. where heights are where we are about where they should be, and that looks like a nice day for high school football, mostly sunny and warm with highs in the low 90s. If there's any kickoffs at 7:30, the max high should be in the middle to low 80s. Here's Labor Day weekend. This is Saturday. Most locations will be mostly sunny and warm. Again, highs in the low 90s to upper 80s. We may see a scatter shower or storm threat during the overnight hours, and this is Sunday. I think a few spotty showers could be possible during the day, but nothing too widespread. This is Monday on Labor Day, very partly cloudy and very warm on Labor Day with highs in the low 90s, and this is Tuesday. Surface boundary drops from the north, and that creates a chance of scattered showers and storms by evening into the overnight hours. Again, partly to mostly cloudy with highs in the low 90s. This is Wednesday. Any lingering shower chances should end by daybreak, and we should be left with a cool air mass with highs in the low 80s. Same thing on Thursday, and a week from today, Friday, the 8th of September. Heights here are about where they should be, and things are left pretty quiet. Let's take a look at this. Hurricane Irma. If it's still a hurricane by then, this is again, the GFS shows this way off of the Florida coast, East Florida coast. But let's take a look at let's take a look at this one here, the other run. Sunday, so the 10th of September, I think. 558 millibar, tropical low. Wow, that's pretty strong. Let's hope that this doesn't affect the East Coast. This is the GFS, and this shows that this is very, very close to the East Coast here. But let's take a look at the European on the same day. And now the European shows this affecting the island of Cuba on this day. Wow. As a strong, potentially high-end hurricane here. Both models show this potentially as a strong high-end hurricane. Here's the next day on Saturday, and again, that still shows that this will affect Cuba at this time. So a lot of uncertainty in this models here. The model madness is clearly in fruition right now. You want to see model discrepancies in the dictionary. It says see the European and the GFS trying to forecast this. Bottom line is we currently don't know where this thing will ultimately wind up. This could either wind up, of course, near Cuba, or this could wind up near the East Coast. We just don't know yet. But here are the temperatures for the next 7 days. Again, highs mostly in the low 90s before warming down to the low to mid 80s when the cold front comes through. But hey, look at this! Look at low 60s by Thursday. Wow. We are quickly we are quickly warming down as we are, of course, in meteorological fall. That's it for the Texas weather. That's it for the Texas weather discussion video today. More notes in the blog. The next video here by 7 a.m. Monday morning. If you can, catch your local TV stations on the air at 4, 5, 6, and 10 o'clock. Thanks for watching. Make it a great day. Have a great weekend, and Godspeed.